Ever wondered how Amazon Web Services or AWS is powering the digital world? Well, let's start by understanding what AWS is. Amazon Web Services is a comprehensive, evolving cloud computing platform provided by Amazon. It offers a mix of infrastructure as a service, IaaS, platform as a service, PaaS, and packaged software as a service, SaaS offerings. It's the fuel that powers countless businesses, from startups to Fortune 500 companies, and even government agencies and nonprofits around the globe. With its global infrastructure of regions, availability zones, and edge locations, AWS provides a robust and reliable platform for applications needing scalability and redundancy. It's the backbone of today's digital ecosystem, enabling innovation, agility, and rapid expansion in our increasingly connected world. AWS is truly a game changer, transforming how we do business and how we interact with the digital world. So, are you ready to delve into the most asked AWS cloud interview questions and their answers? First things first, let's start with the basics. What exactly is AWS? AWS, or Amazon Web Services, is a comprehensive, evolving cloud computing platform provided by Amazon. This platform includes a mixture of infrastructure as a service, IaaS, platform as a service, PaaS, and packaged software as a service, SaaS offerings. AWS provides a broad set of global cloud-based products, which include storage, databases, analytics, networking, mobile, developer tools, management tools, IoT, security, and enterprise applications. These services can help businesses scale and grow, taking the heavy lifting of IT infrastructure off their shoulders. But let's break it down a bit. Imagine you're starting a small business. You need servers, databases, and a reliable network. Instead of investing a hefty sum in physical infrastructure, you could use AWS to rent virtual infrastructure. AWS lets you choose the services you need, and you only pay for what you use. This flexibility allows your business to scale resources up or down based on demand. Now, why do businesses love AWS? Well, there are quite a few reasons. Foremost, AWS offers a wide range of services. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet of cloud computing options. Second, AWS is reliable. It's designed for 99.99% availability, and the service credits for any outage time are generous. Third, it's secure. AWS is a fortress of security with constant monitoring and regular audits. And last but not least, AWS is cost-effective. You pay as you go, and there are no upfront costs or long-term commitments. Moreover, AWS is globally recognized for its functionality, operational performance, and security measures. It has the largest community of customers and partners, making it a leader in the cloud computing space. Many Fortune 500 companies, government agencies, and startups trust AWS for its robust and secure infrastructure. Now that we understand what AWS is, let's move on to some of the interesting questions that often pop up in interviews. What are the most common questions you might face in an AWS interview? This is the question that we're going to dig into right now. One of the most frequent queries that pops up is, what are the key components of AWS? When answering this question, it's important to mention the broad range of services AWS offers. Discuss the computing power provided by EC2, the secure cloud storage from S3, and the database services like RDS and DynamoDB. Don't forget to touch on networking services like VPC and Route 53, and management tools such as CloudWatch and CloudFormation. Another common question is, what is Amazon S3? Your answer should highlight that Amazon S3, or Simple Storage Service, is a scalable, high-speed, web-based cloud storage service designed for online backup and archiving of data and applications. It allows for data storage and retrieval from anywhere on the web, making it a crucial part of AWS. Let's not overlook the question, what is the significance of AWS in today's cloud computing market? To answer this, you should stress AWS's leading role in the cloud market. Talk about its expansive global infrastructure, comprehensive suite of cloud services, and its reputation for security and reliability. You may also be asked, how does AWS provide scalability? Here, illustrate how AWS allows businesses to scale up or down based on demand, thanks to its on-demand resources and pay-as-you-go pricing model. Mention how services like auto-scaling and elastic load balancing work together to help applications handle changes in traffic. Another possible question is, what is the difference between stopping and terminating an EC2 instance? It's important to clarify here that stopping an instance essentially means pausing it. The instance can be restarted again. However, terminating an instance means it's deleted and you can't restart it. You may also face the question, what is AWS Lambda? Your response should explain that AWS Lambda is a serverless compute service that runs your code in response to events, automatically managing the underlying compute resources for you. Yet another common question is, how does data transfer occur between regions in AWS? Explain that data transfer between regions is done through public internet or through Amazon's backbone network. Stress that transferring data across regions incurs charges. These are just a few of the many questions you might encounter in an AWS interview. Each question is an opportunity to showcase your knowledge and understanding of AWS's vast array of services and features. So take your time, do your research, and prepare well. These were some of the common AWS questions. But remember, the more complex the role, the more complex the questions. Are you aiming for a more advanced role? Then you must be prepared for some tough AWS questions. If you've made it this far, you've got a solid grasp on the basics and are ready to delve a bit deeper. Let's start with a question that often leaves candidates stumped. Explain the process of data transfer in AWS. In AWS, data transfer involves moving data into, out of, or within the AWS environment. When you upload or download data from AWS, you're engaging in data transfer. This can be done through various methods such as the AWS Management Console, AWS CLI, or AWS SDKs. Remember, it's not just about understanding the process, but also about being aware of the costs associated with data transfer. Next up, what is Amazon EC2? Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, commonly known as Amazon EC2, is a web service that provides resizable compute capacity in the cloud. It's designed to make web-scale cloud computing easier by providing you with complete control of your computing resources. You can use Amazon EC2 to launch as many or as few virtual servers as you need, to configure security and networking, and to manage storage. This question tests your understanding of AWS's most popular service, so make sure you have a good handle on it. Here's another common question. How does AWS handle disaster recovery? AWS offers a set of cloud-based disaster recovery services that enable rapid recovery of your IT infrastructure and data. This includes services like Amazon S3 for data backup, Amazon Glacier for long-term storage, and AWS Import-Export to move large amounts of data into and out of the AWS cloud. The key point to remember here is that AWS's disaster recovery services are designed to minimize downtime and data loss. A question that often comes up is, what is elastic load balancing? Elastic load balancing automatically distributes incoming application traffic across multiple targets such as Amazon EC2 instances, containers, and IP addresses. It can handle the varying load of your application traffic in a single availability zone or across multiple availability zones. Elastic load balancing offers 3 types of load balancers, all featuring high availability, automatic scaling, and robust security. Finally, you might be asked, how does AWS support scaling? AWS provides a variety of services to help you scale your applications and optimize performance. Auto-scaling ensures you have the right amount of compute power when you need it. With elastic load balancing, your traffic is spread across multiple resources to prevent overwhelming a single resource. And with Amazon CloudFront, you can cache your content closer to your users to reduce latency. With these questions, you are now better equipped to face an AWS interview. But we aren't done yet. Stay tuned for our final segment where we wrap things up and share some final tips. So, how can you better prepare for an AWS interview? Well, let's dive into a few final tips that could come in handy. First, make sure you understand the role requirements. Each AWS job role has a different set of expectations and necessary skills. Having a good grasp of what's expected from you can help you tailor your preparation effectively. Next, never underestimate the power of AWS white papers. These documents are a goldmine of information and can help you understand AWS services in depth. They provide a comprehensive understanding of the services, their benefits, use cases, and best practices, which can help you better articulate your answers in an interview. Lastly, practice problem solving. AWS is not just a set of services, but a tool to solve business problems. Familiarize yourself with various AWS case studies and try to understand how AWS solutions were implemented. Remember, understanding AWS is not just about answering interview questions. It's about gaining a deep understanding of how AWS can help businesses scale and grow. Good luck with your AWS journey.